New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Knick of Time show. Here, give you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And guess what? The Knicks beat the Raptors 136-130. So I'm busting those shots in the air right now. Okay, we did not have Mitchell Robinson, who we lost due to injury. We did not have IQ either due to knee injury, but we still won in brilliant fashion. Well, not brilliant fashion, but dramatic fashion. Julius Randle gives you 34 points, 5 assists, and 8 rebounds on the night. Career high from RJ Barrett gives you 27 points on that night. Let's go, Badman. Quentin Grimes comes off the bench and is a flamethrower and gives you 19 points off of that bench with 5 of 7 from 3. Oh, guess what? Jalen Brunson wants to join the party and gives you 21 points and a season high 9 assists. Josh Hart wants to join the party and gives you 16 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Knicks shoot 60% from the field, 58% from 3, have a season high 36 assists because sharing is caring, and the Knicks take care of business and beat the Raptors before they go on the road. And we're going to talk about it all. And I actually got the defense is still, it's a work in progress, guys. It's a work in progress. But we got the W, and we got some enjoyable storylines, and we got a lot to talk about. So sit back, relax, and get active to enjoy the show. And also, there's a Discord link if you want to join the chat and talk live with us. There's a Discord link at the top of the chat pinned for you guys, okay? So let's get to it. I'm going to introduce you to, you already know, the Latin Assassin, ESPN contributor Lee Escobedo, my girl, Ebony over here, D1 college baller, and my guy, that's the stats and the facts, Ryan G in. All right, let's get to it. I don't even know who to talk to first because there's a lot of storylines to go around. I can talk about RJ. I can talk about Julius Randle going back to the COVID year. I can talk about Quentin Grimes getting his bag. I can talk about Jalen Brunson, who's diming people up. There's a lot of places to go here. There's a lot of places to go. Sim started. Woo. Where I want to go. All right, I'll choose. All right. Let's talk about RJ Barrett. Let's talk about RJ Barrett first of all, because I was worried about him. I was worried about him for a while. He had a great game the game before where he shot well. Today, it's funny. The first half, I was worried. I was looking at the percentages. I was like, I don't know where this game's going. He was looking like a rookie. He had the Bambi legs. But then I felt like he found a little spot where he was kind of spamming that same move where he would do the spin move and goes to the left hand. I felt like he was spamming that, and he was getting to the hole, and he was bullying people, and it was working. And he had a great game today. You already see Quentin Grimes right here. But I'll start you, Ebony. What you think of RJ Barrett's game today?
I think he looked like RJ. I think he looked like RJ in Boston. So I was curious to see how he came out today. He normally always plays well against his hometown team though. So I kind of figured it would be a back-to-back RJ performance, and maybe he's getting his legs back together. Yeah. It looks like, because he's back to what he was doing in the beginning. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary that he wasn't doing in the beginning. Playing at his own pace again. Picking his shots very well, not settling for the 3-point shot, taking it when he's open. It looks like RJ. I would like to see it a longer stretch. Hopefully we could get that so people could get off his back, because as soon as he started with the slump, people, RJ, we need to move on. we need trade RJ, but it's like, is it a slump or is it a regression? I think it was just a slump.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary for me. I'm not gonna hold you. I have one eye on RJ. Like, this is looking familiar. I'm kind of scared. I was mad hyped. He takes a long time to get going again. The 3-point shot isn't all the way like it was when he first started, but he's finishing at the end of this game, and that's 2 games in a row where I felt like the percentages are where it needs to be. So he's looked like he is trending in the right direction, and that's what I need from him. And hopefully he'll get back to something close to what he was doing at the beginning of the season. I don't expect him to be shooting 50% from 3, but something close. Something close to what he was doing. So I'm ready for that. What you thinking, Ryan?
Nah, RJ played he played a good game tonight. Yeah, like Ebony said, he looked like himself. He was very patient going to the basket. He wasn't rushing up shots at the basket. 3-point shot wasn't fully there, but 3 of 8, 38% from 3 is still pretty good for RJ Barrett. And and you just hope that he keeps it up. The last couple of games, it seems like he has been picking up his performance, and it does seem like he's rounded back into form, which will be very good for the Knicks, seeing that the next 10 games are going to be really tough on the Knicks, and Knicks are going to need a good RJ Barrett to get through that stretch of games. So it's good to see RJ Barrett getting back to his normal self, the way he started the season.
I agree. I agree. And it's like, you know what, too? It's rough when you're a coach and you have a game like today where RJ's playing well. Then you have Grimes playing well. And then you have Josh Hart playing well. You have all these guys balling, and then it's time to close. It gets tricky because no matter who you pick, you look like the bad guy. No matter who you pick, you can make a case for any of those guys to close. Any of those guys to close. Shoot, and even Dante didn't even shoot much, and that's going to be an ongoing thing we'll be talking about all season. But he had 5 assists to start the half, and he was playing pretty good defense as well. So anybody could have really made that case to close. So I saw some people kind of mad that he wasn't closing, but it's hard to ignore what all the players are doing. That second unit too, with Josh Hart and Grimes together. Woo! Pandemonium. It was amazing. The defense was there, the pass breaks. It was reminding me of the old Josh Hart that I loved when we first got here. It was beautiful, right, Lee?
Salute, man. Super happy to be on the show tonight after a big dub. Also very proud to be wearing the KOT hat and be a part of a KOT crew. Been saying, man, team rational. I mean, Ebony been saying it for the last couple of weeks. Like, the bums have been out on Twitter, man. Fire Tibbs, trade RJ. Randle's selfish, poisonous villain. I've heard some of the most insane takes this last week around the team that I love, that I live, breathe, and die, and take very seriously. And I think all these other people who have these ass crack takes, I think they love the Knicks too, and they take their team very seriously. They just don't have the right rational minds to watch the game and come away with decent observations. They're either super far positive or super far negative. And to me, both those ends of the spectrums are where the bums live. So, man, it's great to see a win. Everyone's back on the same page. The vibes are high. My main man, RJ Barrett, he is a player of slumps. It's probably going to be a part of his game for the rest of his career. That's not a bad thing. There's a lot of players who went through that. One of my favorite players, Glenn Robinson, had slumps his entire career. Big dog in Milwaukee. So, some players are just like that. But damn, man, when RJ breaks out, he's playing good defense and he's sharing the ball, and he's not settling for isolation, but he's getting downhill or catch and shoot. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And tonight was one of the funnest net games to watch all year against a lesser opponent, sure, but it was still a great win because we were moving the ball and we were playing, together with unity. And that's all I asked for.
Yeah. You and I team, it was amazing today, Unity. It was amazing. What you want to say, Ebony? I felt like you was just singing. You muted. You muted the singing, but I could hear the.
Yeah, I was muted. I was just doing
the energy. I felt the spirit of Queen Latifah coming through there. So, I'm happy to enjoy a Julius Randle game today. I'm happy to enjoy a Julius Randle game today because it didn't start off that way. In the first quarter, I was pissed. He was going off offensively, and I'm sitting here like, he's gonna go off offensively. I'm gonna point out his defense. Everybody's gonna be mad at me for pointing out. Because he was not hustling back on defense in transition.
You just gonna have to be mad at me because I'm pointing it out.
No, I was gonna point it out anyway. Because listen, like, if you don't hate me, you don't hate me. If you don't hate me for telling the truth, I'd rather you hate me for telling me the truth. Because I'm not gonna tell you a lie. But here's the thing, though. Tibbs actually called timeout when he did it. Both times he did it, he called timeout. Came back in the game. And then I started to realize, whoa, Randle is closing out on threes. Whoa, Randle is like, has his hand up on shots. And it looked like Tibbs reprimanded him during the timeout. It was like, wow, he's coaching him. Because I didn't see the lazy defense in quarters 2, 3, and 4 like I did in quarters 1 from Julius Randle. And we need that without Mitchell Robinson here. So I was actually very happy and able to actually enjoy an offensive onslaught from Julius Randle today. And I want to keep this vibe going. What do you think, Anthony?
He's figured it out definitely on offense. On that mid range when they're not double teaming him. He still has issues with the double team at times. But again, that'll come with film and the season flow, I guess. Hopefully, he's done better. He has gotten better with it. It's still not perfect, but it's been better.
Right.
I would like his effort to be not so inconsistent. That's it. If I could say anything, that would be it. Because a lot of times, like you mentioned during this game, you were like, it was a little frustrating moments. Like, you're doing well on the other side. Can we take some of that energy and put it on the other side for us, please? So he did. He sharpened it up in the later half. So or tried to at least, Yeah, I like when Julius is when the everybody eats.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like a struggle today, did it?
Nah, it didn't.
That's what happens when everybody eats. And it wasn't a lot of nobody else touching the ball. It was some possessions where that happened, but it wasn't as many as in Boston or Milwaukee. From what I can remember, So
Nice.
Yeah, if we can continue this again, we can compete with anybody when we play New York Knicks basketball. Not that one-on-one stuff.
Yeah. He had his quarter. He had a couple of quarters, then he was kind of quiet in the second half, but everybody else was cooking, so there was no need for him to really cook. And he got the ball back when the game mattered, the game was on the line, it got a little bit tight. He ISO'd Dennis Schroeder at the foul line, shot it over him, and it looked great. Like, to be honest with you, this is the best he's been shooting from the mid-range since the COVID year. Like, this is reminding me, the way he's shooting right now in that mid-range area is reminding me of COVID year Randle, where anything in that paint to like 15 to 18 feet out is just like damn near automatic. And it's like, whoa, it's looking like unstoppable. And I'm like, my mind is going like, man, if you can get back to this level, maybe the threes, I would like some threes too. The threes ain't there. You don't have to take volume, just hit a good percentage. But if you can get back to that level with Brunson being at a Brunson level, we could be dangerous, but that defense still needs to catch up. I don't know.
I just want to say real quick, Jay, too. The first unit needs to just take a page out of the second units. They need to take from the second unit.
Oh yeah,
because I know we're going to talk about it. So about Dante and so, but yeah, the ball doesn't stick really on that second unit.
Not for sure.
Constantly moving.
Is it okay if I take the pulpit and give a sermon on Julius Randle?
Go ahead, do it.
All right, I'm gonna say a couple of things first, so I don't get dragged in the chat. Julius Randle has the most inconsistent effort on defense. Julius Randle has the most tendency to play selfish. Julius Randle can be the most turnover prone, and Julius Randle can also be the most disruptive on offense and defense because of his lack of engagement. Number one on the team in those 4 categories as follows. All right, so here's my balanced take on. Now that I stepped out of the way, I give him some praise. He is my second favorite player on this team. Love Julius Randle. It's at the start of the season. I'm going to have his back through thick and thin, and I figure it's probably mostly going to be thin because we've seen in past years, for some reason, odd number Randle can be a little difficult to deal with as a teammate and as a player in terms of inconsistencies. But he is the most unstoppable player we've had since Carmelo Anthony because of his size. Jalen Brunson's our best player. But when Randle is tuned in and giving effort on a defensive end, he is unstoppable. When he gets downhill, he can pass it off, catch it back, and if he has momentum, there is not a single player in the NBA who can guard him and stop him. His combination of size, strength, and skill it's all NBA for a reason. Dude is a beast, and I love it when he's locked in and when the energy is positive, he can control MSG like a maestro. Just got done watching Maestro of a Leonard Bernstein film, and my God, my man can control the crowd, control the tempo of a game, whether it be slowing it down, and because that's how the Knicks play, that's to our benefit. But he has that power, I think, more than any other player I've seen since Melo. And tonight, he was in his bully ball bad, and he took advantage of a very small Toronto Raptors team in terms of like front court height. I know they're long and stretchy, can defend multiple positions, but there's no one with his strength or defensive acumen. Precious Achiuwa cannot guard Julius Randle. He can't even guard off-year Julius Randle. Randle is a monster, and tonight he was completely locked in and proved himself to be a solid teammate. And you're right, once Tibbs held him accountable, the second half he played some really solid defense too. And his defense helped us, I thought, close out the game as well and not allow them to go on a run there in the last 2 or 3 minutes, especially from the perimeter. So, man, love my boy Randle. I gave the flaws, and then I gave some love. He is the most confounding frustrating player that I've ever watched since being a Knicks fan. He is so frustrating, but tonight was not one of those nights, and I'm damn happy for it. Dallas, Texas, show up, baby! Let's go! Red shots for Dallas, baby. Let's go.
Randle Hive.
No, I am not. I'm not a Randle Hive.
Okay.
I'm just a Randle supporter.
Oh, Randle supporter. Okay.
Just a Randle supporter, because I will call him out when he's frustrating the hell out of me.
He said, whoa.
No, hold
I'm not any
on.
hive. I'm just a Knicks hive. Only Knicks hive.
Got you. Right.
Yeah, I'll just finish off the Julius Randle phrase. If I had my voice, I would have shouted like Will Smith did during the Grammys when he said, and I would have been like, keep Julius Randle's name with your effing mouth. But I got the voice right now to do it. But
I got a few people you can slap too on Twitter.
But yeah, Julius Randle's game tonight, I mean, outside of the inconsistent performances on defense in the first quarter, he had an excellent game tonight. He couldn't be stopped. They had OG Anunoby on him. OG Anunoby had a good game on offense, but he couldn't stop him on defense. He was unguardable. And then when they switched Scotty Barnes on him, that was the ooh pick right there.
Barbecue chicken.
Because what he did to Scotty Barnes was just filthy. That was just filthy right there. And when Julius Randle's able to use bully ball to his advantage and get into the middle of the lane and take that little 15, 18-foot jumper, he's unstoppable when he's in that mode. And I'm glad to see that he's taking less threes and using the bully ball to his advantage to score in the paint. And even though the ball sticks to Julius Randle at times, I'm okay with him. I'm okay with the ball sticking to him with the way he played tonight when he's able to take advantage of the opponent guarding him, getting into the paint, and punishing them. So Julius Randle had a great game tonight outside the first quarter, and you have to give the man his props because he brought it tonight. He was a straight bully on offense.
He killed. He embarrassed, man. I've never been so happy to see Scott Barnes is on 2 posters today. 2. 2 of them. I'm gonna put him on back wall next week.
Fouling people and they don't call it.
They don't hit my man RJ in the face.
He's the most fouling person I know that they never call. He fouled Hart. He did on that dunk.
Yep.
That's a fact. He hit RJ in the face with a forearm. But Randall, man, yo, when Randall dunked the ball on Scardy and then did the pull up and then hit the backboard and got the tank, I was like, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Maestro.
It was worth it. He started screaming at the crowd and getting me. I was like, oh yeah. Remember last year? Was it last year or 2 years ago when I said how to get the crowd back on your side, Randall? I said, all you gotta do is dunk it and scream at the crowd. The crowd will be with you. The crowd will be with you, man. They'll get hyped with you. Remember I said that?
Yep.
Yo, he did it today. He don't even be dunking like that, but he did it today. He almost caught a reverse dunk too. That man was going bananas. That man was going bananas. Woo. Speaking of bananas. Speaking of bananas. Can I get some respect, please? Can I get some respect, please? Yo, where's my mans? Where's my mans who talk smack about Grimes every week, talking about his belongs in the G League and give up Jay Ellis? You don't know what you're talking about, and he's a scrub, and he needs to be, more aggressive. Now, it's just interesting the conundrum we're in. All of a sudden, Quentin Grimes is averaging more points than Dante. Now he looks like a better shooter than Dante out of the blue. Because of the demotion. The demotion is a promotion, really. It really is. Because if you're in that second unit, you getting more shots, you getting more run, you getting more love. Like, you getting your value up. In a contract year, you might as well come off the bench with this team, because you're gonna look a lot better coming off the bench on this team if you're a two guard. That's for sure. And he proved it today. And it helps. It helps that he's playing with ball movers, and like it's helped that he's playing with ball movers like Hartenstein, who threw him a disgustingly great pass on the move off a cut for like a reverse layup. Or even Josh Hart, who's going to drive and kick. And I think Josh Hart had like 8 assists today. When you playing with guys like that who just like to pass, it can really unlock you. And it did for him. He got comfortable going to the hole first, and then he started hitting the threes. And then when the game was on the line, Julius Randle found him in the last moments in the corner. The ball didn't weigh 100 pounds, like he said before. He was able to hit that clutch three to help us get that win. So I'm happy. I'm happy that our man got to play the fourth quarter. It's the first time he played the fourth quarter in 2 weeks? Come on, man. Respect to my guy. Respect.
Can I go first? Because I want to speak to the geniuses out there that thought that replacing Grimes as starting lineup with Dante was going to make such a huge difference. Because as you can see, it has nothing to do with Grimes not being aggressive in the first unit. That's just a role because you're playing with 3 ball dominant guys and RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson. So you're barely gonna have touches on the ball. So therefore your shots go down. Because people were here saying, okay, Dante's a more aggressive player, so he should be in the starting lineup over Grimes. Well, now you see Dante in the starting lineup. How many shots did Dante take tonight? Only 2 shots. So I want to speak to the geniuses out there that thought that, oh, let's take Grimes out of the starting lineup because he's regressing this and that and blah, blah, blah. No, he hasn't. It's a damn role. If you're in the starting lineup alongside Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Jalen Brunson, you're not going to get that much touches. It is what it is.
This is.
Now the conundrum for the Knicks is, okay, now Dante has proven that off the bench, he's very effective. Mm-hmm. Grimes is now proving off the bench he's very effective. So now it's a matter of, I guess, who's effective do you like more off the bench? And then you have the other guys start with the starting lineup. And that's what the Knicks are gonna have to figure out as time goes on. But at this moment, I like Grimes off the bench. Like, I would keep this rolling as long as the Knicks continue to win.
Yeah. Dante defensively was good. I don't know if you guys have anything today with the starting lineups as well. I'm still worried about him long term because he's not as big, but he had some great moments. I don't know if you guys want to add to anything to that.
Yep, we know I do.
Again, really?
Again, if things like this continue, you have to ask yourself, I'm pushing my own little narrative now. Is it system or is the player? You got to start asking a question. So when you say a team is not what we need or these players, you can't really say that because we're not getting the best of our players, in my opinion, or their strengths. What they're really good at. We're getting the best of what they can do in this system.
Right.
You understand? So it doesn't matter who's in that spot, which is why I didn't want IQ, and I didn't want IQ in that spot. He's not going to be able to be IQ.
Yeah.
IQ is best right now where he's at, where he's able to get his shots. He's able to give an instant spark, an offensive spark, and he finishes. It's not who starts and who finishes. So now you see that, Dante had 0 shots in the whole first half. Sounds similar to Grimes, right?
Yeah.
2 the whole game. Who knows how many touches he really got to just even touch the ball in the game, but I guarantee you it wasn't that many. So how can anybody catch a rhythm like that? That's just, as a basketball player, that's human nature. You want to touch the ball, feel involved in the game. But I love that it was no hesitation with him. Look, playing free, cutting, and got the ball when he cut. That pass by Hart to him was great. I think it surprised Grimes. He didn't even know it was coming to him. Oh, snap, but he caught it and made the layup. So, you see, no hesitation. And in this unit, Julius passed to him, so I don't get why he ain't passed to him when we starting. Come on, he made a nice little pass to him and he hit the 3-pointer. Come on.
You know what it is?
Playing games, bro.
You know what it is? And I've said this before, and I think they've said it too. Depending on the matchups, right? Julius Randle, they'll single cover Julius Randle some games. And they said today, and I've said this a couple of times on this program too. When Julius Randle is single coverage, there's less assists in general. For some reason, though, it was single coverage Julius Randle in the first half, and somehow we were able to manage assists. I think maybe it was transition and DiVincenzo passing it because DiVincenzo had 5 assists, but somehow he was able to manage assists. But then what happens is the game goes along and they be tired of that Julius Randle single coverage stuff. They'll throw another look at him. He's getting doubled. Now he's passing the ball more. And I think that's why a lot of times you'll see Grimes is getting his first shot in the third quarter. I think that's what it might be.
That's exactly what happens. That's why this type of play, this is cool. This is what you want. This is the way you want to practice playing on all teams. It doesn't matter, good, bad, and you want to practice good habits. Because if you practice the way we played two games ago, you're playing right in towards the defense. Two people can't go against if you got 6 other an opposing team scoring 6 double figures. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they're cool with 2 of your players scoring 20 and 20 or 30 and 20. You get what I'm saying? So and then they make adjustments like you just mentioned, Jay. And so where it was working, now they're throwing double teams and forcing somebody else to beat them, and they're not in the rhythm of the game. That wasn't the case today, though.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if guys have anything to add.
Yeah. I think a lot of the dialogue and discourse on Twitter is an opinion based. I love flaming people, calling them bums for having bad takes. But there are some takes that people can have where history is your resource.
Mm-hmm.
You can go back and see the trends of Tom Thibodeau and be able to dictate, as Ebony said, is it the player or is it the role? And Ebony and I had a conversation last episode about this, and I pointed to Tom Thibodeau's history. When his 5-man starting unit, there is always a position, and it's usually the 2 guard in Chicago, Minnesota, and now New York, where that one is there for all of the dirty work. The shots opportunities are going to be between 3 to 6, depending on how hot you are that night. We saw it in Chicago. Go back to those teams and look at guys like Keith Bowdens, Ronnie Brewer. They were there to guard the best perimeter player on the opposing team and continue taking shots if they were hot or if they were downhill and they were easy to go. Didn't go to Minnesota. Josh Cody was that option. Jeff Teague was that option for the years that Tibbs was a coach there. They were in that 2 or 3 position, depending on when Butler was there or not there. Those are the guys who are playing defense, guarding the opposing team's best player and being able to have more than 3 or 4 shots if it was going in. It's the same thing on the Knicks. Grimes or DiVincenzo, when they're starting, you're not seeing their full potential because that's the role that Tibbs dictates for that position. It's not a discredit to them or an attack on their character or their ability to evolve. That's what Tibbs is asking from that position. So it don't matter who you slide in there. I said it last system. It could be a former All-Star, a current All-Star. It doesn't matter. That role determines a certain kind of player, and that's how Tibbs is going to run that role. The bench, there's more freedom, obviously. Yeah. And you have a great passing center like Hartenstein that helps initiate those long outlet passes.
Yeah.
He's on point. He's probably maybe the third best passing center in the NBA. And we have the luxury of having him as our backup 5. It's awesome because now Hart, Grimes, whoever else is there running with them, IQ most of the time, they're having those opportunities in transition to very easy points. So Grimes looks better. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Go back in history and look at Chicago, Minnesota, New York. Tibbs is cut and paste. He is who he is. And we're seeing continuation of his coaching career with the shooting guard position in New York.
Very good point. Very good points. Very valid. And you have seen that pattern. Interesting enough, too. I see IQ wasn't here today. Get well, IQ, because he had a sore knee. I'm really interested to see something else. Because we all know the predicament we are with paying IQ and and maybe have to make a decision down the line about. I feel like the Knicks want to pay him or going to try and keep him, but it'll be interesting to see what Quentin Grimes' role is with less ball handlers and more opportunity, because we saw in summer league when he was with that team and he's running that team, how he ran things. Not that it was the smoothest, but you saw that there was some potential to be more of a scorer. It'll be interesting to see how Grimes' role would change if IQ is not able to handle the ball as much, and you have McBride there, who's pretty much going to be like a spot-up guy and a ball mover, and we're going to have to rely on Grimes to score the rock more. Like I just want to see how that looks, just for future reference.
Yeah, Jay, one more thing about the Grimes thing coming off the bench. He also, it helps against the teams that are not as deep as us and they're trying to stagger stars, because he's used to guarding that type of player.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, you can see it also on the defensive end because he's able to guard them on even, during his bench minutes.
Not sure.
So I thought that was pretty, maybe that'll help us out too with him coming off the bench.
That's true. That's true. That's also true. And we got to see Deuce play some minutes too. He got a three ball off, looked comfortable shooting that 3. Called his own number with a mid range one time with the game kind of tight. Even though he missed it, I just like to see him be more confident in that shot. And he played some good defense as well. So it was nice to see some Deuce minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but shout out to the chat. The Discord is open too. If you want to chat with us and talk about the Knicks live on air with your peoples on Discord, just hit that Discord link pinned to the top of the chat. But in the meantime, shout out to everybody rocking with us on a win. Shout out to Julian Blum, who said Deuce needs minutes as well. Everybody can't get minutes, man. It's just too. Everybody can't get minutes, man. It can't go 15 deep. No one's gonna catch a rhythm. Shout out to Man-Child. I hear you though. J. Ellis, Ryan G. Lee, and my fave Ebony, salute and great take, Ryan, on the genius about Grimes and fans wanting a switch, saying Grimes ain't aggressive. Been saying that for 2 weeks. Facts. Yeah. We got Ebony High Foreman in the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. I saw Keith Watkins in here. Alexander, my guys in here. Everybody else is rocking with the show. Roberto Rivera. I see you. Space Ghost, I see you. Who else? Corey Lee, I see you. Glamour, I see you. The Organic, I see you. Shout out to everybody rocking with the show. Also,
Jay, I want to shout out the Organic Fanatic show. He's been a new addition this season. He might be rocking with you for a long time. I've only noticed him this season. He's had some of the best takes in the chat from the start of this year. I've really enjoyed him join the chat. Most of the things he says are really on point, not just because I agree with it, but they're well thought out. And I want to give him a shout out for joining the chat and livening up the conversation. We see you in there, baby. Salute.
Oh, shout out. Yeah, if you smart, join that Discord too. If you got smart stuff to say, join that Discord. We talk to you. A shout out to Pamela in the chat too.
Pamela,
Increasing,
Queen, baby.
Queen P.
yeah, increasing our women viewership. Let's go. Let's get it. And Josh Hart, I haven't even talked about. There's so many people to talk about today, yo. Everybody who complained about not touching the ball, balled out today. Like Josh Hart was nuts. I don't know what it is. Josh Hart looks faster since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I told you he might have bit off more than he could chew. It took some time to get his legs back under him.
Yeah, it did. And what do you call him? No hezzy Hart? What do you call him?
Yeah, no hesitation Hart. Yeah, no hezzy Hart. Yeah, that's my favorite version of him. He don't miss.
Nah, no hezzy Hart don't miss no more. Every open three he took, he hit, and he didn't hesitate. He's been incredible. He's been playing that power forward. He has not looked outmatched at power forward on most nights. The Celtics might be, the exception, but most nights he's not looked unmatched. And I've been enjoying seeing Josh Hart play basketball today. But
AKA the emergency exit.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about some bad news though. Because we got a fallen soldier, man. Got to pour some liquor out.
Our MVP.
Yeah, he lost a soldier, guys. Big Mitch, man. Oh, we didn't even talk about Brunson. Yeah, he was bad good tonight. He had 21 points, but he moved the ball really well today. But then also had 7 turnovers because I feel like Dennis Schroeder got into his head defensively. I think the flopping took him out of his rhythm.
Yeah, I think Schroeder has got you know how it's always one person that just gets under your skin, like one player that it might not. You don't understand why. You don't understand, but every time you go against this player, you don't do your best. I think Schroeder might be Brunson's because maybe it's something a head game from FIBA, who knows? And he was playing pretty physical and they weren't calling it, but as soon as Jalen pushed him off, they called the offensive foul.
Yeah.
So it was the refs helped with the mind games, that's for sure.
Yeah. It did.
And he did do a lot of flopping. That 3-point shot that they gave him, he kind of threw his body into Brunson. I thought he did at least.
I did too.
That didn't look organic to me.
He did. He fell in a 360. He's like, how do you shoot going forward, falling backwards, and then end up on your stomach? It looked mad theatrical to me.
Yeah, it didn't look legit.
And then Brunson does this thing where he creates some space, but he'll give you it's like a headbutt, but not on your head, but it's like a little head push off, and then he would throw his arms back, and I'm just oh, he got the rest of this. He got the rest on the string today. Brunson can't do nothing now because Brunson's strength is his strength, and if he's not that quick, so if you're not allowing him to use his strength, you're gonna call a foul every single time. Then it's what can you really do? You just give it to Brunson. And then call a switch, and then have Julius Randle shoot right over Dennis Schroeder, and call game. That's what you do. That's what we did. That's what we did today.
Brunson kept doing a little fake, that she I'm getting hit. When he trying to get the referee's attention, the way and that's when he kept losing the ball. Though I was stop doing it. It's not working, Brunson. They're not calling that. Don't do it no more.
Yeah.
Don't do it no more, please.
They only calling that on my man Schroeder today. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because you would think by now referees would kind of designate who are the floppers in the league and who are not the floppers in the league. And Schroeder is definitely one of the guys that is a known flopper. every time he plays, this guy be flopping all over the damn place. Even though that one foul that they called on Brunson, the offensive foul where he did kind of was trying to create space, that was an offensive foul. But Shorter kind of overdid it though. He flopped on that though. It wasn't as serious as it looked, but Brunson did kind of use his shoulder to bang into Shorter, and I do think that was an offensive foul. But yeah, Brunson struggled with his turnovers tonight, which is unusual for Brunson. Brunson usually a point guard that takes care of the ball. But overall, offensively, I think he did well despite the turnovers, 9 assists. He was definitely efficient from the field as well with the 3-point ball. So, it was only the turnovers, and that's an off game for Brunson. Brunson usually doesn't get more than like 2, 3 turnovers in a game,
Yeah.
if that. So you know what I mean? So I'm not expecting for this to be a trend for Brunson, but despite the turnovers, he did play well.
Season high 9 assists too.
I'm going to talk about a different element. As someone who survived watching Antonio McDyess sit out a whole year in street clothes, Jeremy Lin sit out in the playoffs in street clothes, Kristaps Porzingis sit out the second half of an All-Star season in street clothes. It's awesome to have a team where guys are injured and they're like, F it, I'm going to play. Like these guys just have that dog in them, and they understand that the fans are there to watch their favorite team. We're a very rabid fan base, and almost everyone on this roster, I'll go for everyone on this roster, is willing to put the team before themselves. And if they're able to walk on the court, they're going to do it. And it's really great to have a roster of dudes that have that type of dog inside of them and have that mentality. Especially Randle, I think embodies that more than anybody for all of his faults. He will play through injuries even when it might be detrimental to the team because of his inability to guard a traffic cone out there. But Brunson is absolutely one of those guys. I think the foot's still hurting him.
Yeah.
That's apparent. He wasn't getting to his spots as quick as he usually does. He wasn't doing very much off-ball movement on the perimeter.
Yep.
So I think it was a lot of catch and shoot. And he wasn't drawing fouls. My guy's a foul merchant. He wasn't getting to the line like he usually does. He was missing the line when he was like he usually does, which is one of the most frustrating things to watch this season. Is that of all things, Jalen Brunson sucks at, it's shooting free throws. It's like, damn, my guy, like what? He must be on the same practice regimen as Mitch, man. It's unbelievable.
No, come on.
My guy Mitch.
Okay, he put some sauce on that. He's still shooting the 80s now. Okay,
everyone deserves strays.
He going together. He going through it right now. But I just want to say something real quick what Julian said about that I agree about the Street Fighter move. The Siakam pull the Street Fighter move. It should have been flagrant.
He definitely hit him with the Hasbro sweep. Like,
yeah,
that was
I'm about
crazy.
to say that's definitely what he hit him with.
I can't believe they didn't call that a flagrant. Look natural. They don't watch Siakam play. Siakam be one of them floppiest floppers in the NBA too, man. He be flopping his way to the foul line. But he usually flops his way on offense. He flopped his way on defense today. That was crazy.
Floppy flopper.
Yeah, but shout out to Brunson. I also saw him do a pocket pass today. I was like, ooh.
That pass to Sims was nice too.
And a lob. Mm-hmm. A pocket pass and a lob for Brunson today. I was like, okay.
So you see, Brunson has it in his arsenal. He needs to do that more. He needs to do it more.
We just gotta
his damn arsenal.
You just gotta hurt his foot, and then
I guess so. He like, I need help now. But yeah, I was when he did it, I was happy and I was sad and mad at the same time.
Yeah.
Like Mitch was there too. But
yeah.
Better late than never is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Mitch, man. Mitch. All right. Back to what I was saying before. Fallen soldier, man. Mitch, he got hurt during the Celtics game. Tried to come back and play. Hindsight, he probably made it worse trying to come back and play because he did play for a few minutes. Got taken back out of the game. So I was kind of surprised to hear today that he's going to be out for 8 to 10 weeks. To have ankle surgery, which sucks because he as you know, he's the reason why we're number one of the best rebounding teams in the league, best offensive rebounding team in the league. He's the best steals guy on our team. He's the guy who played pick and roll the best as a big man, and he'll be sorely missed. So it's gonna be it could be rough. It could be rough, but at the same time, Hart's been playing really good lately, and we do have Sims, so we going to see if they can really start to really earn their money, because we got a tough road trip coming ahead, and we're going to be playing a bunch of these teams who are over 500. We have not bode well versus those guys, but we're going to have to do it without Mitch. We're going to have to find a way to do it. But this is going to be rough. I don't know. How y'all feeling?
Mitch, my guy, I was upset. I was actually on open panel when I found out about it with Phil and them on the Morning Brew show. So
Oh, you found out live.
yeah, live. Found out about it in front of everybody. But I think I held the stone face. I don't know. I was pretty like, Dad, come on,
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be optimistic, because one of the things that were an issue with us was our pick and roll defense, and also stretch fives and coming out on the perimeter to guard long wings or Siakam type players. And today I saw Sims again show that he can stay on the perimeter. So maybe that helps a need. We may not have as much offensive rebounding as we normally have, and the rim protection that we're used to. But maybe it'll help the perimeter defense side of it when he's in that starting lineup. He's not scared to switch off on guards or anybody, actually. And I think he's our best perimeter defending big.
That's for sure.
So maybe that solves that issue and can help us on patch the hole in that part of our defense.
That's for sure. I still remember that. I still remember when we was playing the Brooklyn Nets when Kevin Durant was here, and he did a hell of a job on Kevin Durant. Slowed him down a few times, kind of shocked him. He's probably like, who is this?
Yeah,
Tall, muscle-bound, fro-head kid. God, man, I never
he
even
did
heard of
it
this
on
kid
Scotty
before.
Barnes today. He played pretty good defense when he had to switch on him and Siakam when he did it a couple of times. So I like Sims because he reminds me of Mitch when Mitch first came out. So of course I'm a Sims fan. It's all about, is the game slow down for him? Is he gonna jump at every head fake like he normally does, or is he gonna be in position to help? Stuff like that. That's it. If he does the little things, he's not gonna get touches like that. We see that in the starting lineup. That's why he's starting.
Yeah.
And iHeart is iHeart. Now people see it's a difference. So it doesn't really I don't think it matters who starts. It's all about who finishes.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, because I think we've seen it before when Mitch went down last season. Tibbs is smart enough to understand, like, even though the starting lineup is going to be compromised temporarily, don't compromise the second unit too. Keep Hart where he is, continue playing continuity with the three guys that he plays with off the bench, and start Sims. If Sims isn't playing well or he's being overpowered, you just put Hart in sooner. And it's great for all the flack Leon Rose gets for, not doing nothing, for being asleep. People comparing him to Homer Simpson. Like, the guy has built a roster of maybe the best depth in the NBA. In our center position, I think it's the best three-man rotation in the NBA. All of them give you a little bit of something, but all of them definitely give you rebounding and some rim protection. So I love the fact that Hart can come in and play alongside Brunson and RJ and keep the ball movement. Like, his passing is very, very high IQ, super elite, not just for a center, just period. And I really love watching him play. The change of pace that he plays with is very different than Mitch too. Praying for Mitch, prayers up.
Yeah.
I think he's our MVP this season. He's really was a defensive player of the year candidate. I think so too, for a stretch. And he's definitely going to be missed. But I'm glad that we have, as Tibbs said, by committee, we have a team of guys that have to step up and fill that role on the offensive boards and the rim protection. And it starts with the Sims and Hart rotation, two guys I have a lot of trust in.
Lee, real quick. He said by committee. That was his words.
Yeah.
Tibbs be in these spaces. He listening. He listening by committee. I stay talking about somebody. He be in these spaces.
Just be
You
saying
can't
that.
tell
He
me
be saying
nothing.
that next man up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He be saying that.
To-
Go ahead, Ryan. I know you want to say something.
I'm probably maybe the only person on the panel that is a bit concerned.
I'm concerned.
Just for the simple fact that even though the Knicks won tonight, the Knicks defensive rotations are still off. Those defensive rotations are not that good. And the Raptors, who are a bad three-point shooting team, the Knicks still were late on a lot of three-point contests. And the Raptors, who are a bad shooting team, went off on three tonight. And against better teams, especially teams over 500, where I think the next 9 out of those 10 games are against teams over 500, that's going to be a problem, especially against teams that can shoot the three very well. And a lot of those West teams who the Knicks are going to face in these upcoming games can shoot the three really well.
Yeah.
So the Knicks are going to definitely have to brush up on their rotations, and they're definitely going to have to brush up on their three-point defense. So I'm not going to say that, I'm definitely concerned. And if the Knicks can escape with a 5-5 record, I will take that on this road trip coming up in the next 10 games.
No.
I mean, but the guarding the 3-point line has been an issue even with Mitch. I know that he plays a part in that on rotation, but we've been ass cracked on doing that all season. Even going back into last season, we've struggled guarding the 3-point line. So that's a whole team, and he's a step up. And that was probably a top defensive concern of mine from a jump. And you're right, Toronto is not just bad; they are the worst 3-point shooting team. They average 33% from a 3-point line, and tonight they lit it up, which is it shows exactly the holes that we have to defend the 3-point line. And these guys aren't even snipers. But we leave them open so many times on operating against the pick and making the wrong decision against picks and allowing guys to be wide open on the perimeter. So that's something we need to tighten up with or without Mitch.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
Today, I felt like it had a lot more to do with the transition. Like, it wasn't even half court to me. That it was like off makes, off misses. They would just straight up run to the corner. We would get cross match, or we wouldn't get back fast enough, and they would just hit a three on us. It was just like, especially in the fourth quarter, they just ran to the three off of every miss and was able to get it clean. And then we still have like, it's certain things we can't help to. Like, first half, we're trying to get back in transition. Who's the first person back in transition? Jalen Brunson. Everybody else on the Raptors is like 6'7", 6'8", and he got Jalen Brunson has his hands up like, I got it, and they just like step right around him like he's not there. He's like a cone. So it's like it's a situation where, well, that's all you can really do. He's like 6 feet tall. So it's like we still have to get better. Today was a transition D3 problem for sure. We need to fix that in general.
A lot of times we even give up buckets and transitions after made baskets. Yeah. It's something we struggle with throughout the season. I don't know. And a lot of times it's just lack of focus. Like, they just jogging back, not expecting somebody to come at them right then. Mm-hmm. You'll see people not really knowing who to guard, 2 people on one. Today, earlier in the game, it was like the second play of the game. Julius is pointing, and it's his man dribbling by. Mm-hmm. We do that all the time, and it's not just Julius Randle, and then we don't stop ball in transition. So they give somebody a chance to get full momentum coming towards you. You're not stopping that person coming full speed at you and you're trying to backpedal. You understand? That's a foul. Automatic foul or get embarrassed. You have to stop them before they get the momentum, make them make a pass, a move, fake at them, something. They let them get full steam ahead and get a great angle at the basket.
Right. Right. And they'll catch us with one simple move. It was like one hezzy and they be gone. And they're right at the basket. So it's like we need to get better overall in our transition defense off of made baskets too. Made baskets, turnovers, transition defense altogether. We just need an overall. This is a defensive coach, and I felt like we're playing better offense than we ever have in the 3 years he's been coached. But our defense is looking really wonky. It's very weird considering how much concern we have over the offense, but I feel like we're scoring more points than we have. I need to look that up. I feel like we're scoring more points. I feel like this stretch in particular, we scored more points than we have in all of Tibbs' years being a coach. Am I crazy? But it feels that way.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Because of a 3.
Yeah, it feels that way.
I think Tibbs has to rethink his ideology about, defense for this age, this era. You can't dare a 3-point in the league to shoot 3-pointers. That's a recipe for disaster. It has to something has to change. They have to tweak something in the defense, because you can't just keep letting today's NBA get jumped. That's what they practice all the time.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They're shooters. They want that shot. They want to stand there and you give them shots at the rim.
But it's also I feel like it's that. I feel like it's that and personnel as well, man. I feel like it's a combination of both. I'm watching the Pacers Lakers game, and you just see arms. You just see arms all over the place versus Halliburton, and nobody can get a shot off, and the Pacers are like 0 for 20 whatever from the 3-point line. And I'm just like, man, we need some length on this team, like to disrupt something, make somebody guess, think twice, something. I don't know. That's just me.
That too, that could be true. A lot of too. I think also is that we're always scrambling. We're always scrambling, so a lot of those contests, even with our short selves, are late. So it's even like they really don't see us. We late in. We're not that tall or lengthy. So yeah, that definitely could hinder it. And our pick and roll defense, I'm gonna keep saying it, is terrible.
Yeah.
We go under screens on shooters. We're not the most cerebral team, I'm noticing.
Facts.
What do y'all been complaining about OG? He played well today. What'd you think about OG today?
Look, I hit my hand.
I'm not gonna ask Ebony any questions about anybody, because she's gonna say no to everybody in the NBA. If God came back in Nikes and was available for a trade, she'd be like, nah.
He might disrupt chemistry.
Exactly. He's like,
but you
don't pass the ball enough.
He ain't playing defense.
You know what though? OG probably would be great for the Knicks, just for the simple fact he wouldn't have to guard Julius Randle anymore. So he probably would be great in the Knicks.
Julius Randle hit some tough shots against OG. When he started barking, that shot was well contested.
We supposed to be getting OG for his defense, right? Look what Julius Randle did to him. Look what Julius did.
Hold on. Time out. Let's. We can't judge when somebody's having like some out of body world game. You can't just dismiss him as a bad defender. He's a good defender.
It wasn't nothing he did that was spectacular. He just played bully ball today. He literally bullied him. That is it. He put his shoulder into him.
He outweighs him by like 600 pounds of muscle. Like, what is he going to do?
That's it. That was it. That's what he did. He kept it simple, and he couldn't stop it. But that's the guy that's supposed to take us somewhere, right?
Well, I think it's about the package too. Like a lot of my hesitation with OG is the asking price that Masai is trying to fleece us again. I mean, the guy has a history of Bargnani, Carmelo. Every trade he's ever made with the Knicks, whether it's Denver or Toronto, he's won at the end of the day in terms of how his draft picks have turned out. But OG is a player option. If he opts out and he goes into free agency this summer, then the package could be a lot lower than it was a year and a half ago or a year ago. Now you're offering maybe like one pick and some salary filler because he doesn't want to be there anymore. Based on a situation where you have to let him go. And Masai has allowed players, Fred VanVleet, to walk for nothing. So I'm very interested to see what happens this summer. If he's available at a discount or cheaper than he was the last time we checked in on him, pull the trigger. I would love to have him as another rotational wing on this team. Sometimes start, sometimes not. I think it'd just be circumstantial and let him guard those really big guys that have been kicking us for 4 years under Tibbs.
I agree. The price, it's all about the price for me.
Yep.
What's the price he wants to get paid? What's the price to get him? That's what it is. But he can hit threes and he can guard people. That's what we need, damn it.
Sometimes.
As long as the play Julius Randle and Julius Randle gonna be on our team, so it is what it is.
What'd you say?
As long as that player is not Julius Randle and he's gonna be on the team at Julius Randle, so it's not gonna matter.
Exactly. He won't have to argue. He won't have to guard Julius Randle ever again in his life. So you don't have to worry about that. He won't have to worry about that. But you're right. You side jury is another animal. So man, we need a wing, damn it.
Has soured.
We need a win. We need a win. All right. But I don't. Salute to the chat though. Shout out to everybody rocking with the KOT show. Anthony 212, Keith Watkins, MBIC, the Organic Knick Fanatic Show, Manchild, East Blue, Drew Watson. Everybody's rocking with the show. Salute to you guys. If you like the show, hit that like and subscribe. We're here after every game talking Knicks basketball. So I hope you're enjoying the show. And I don't know if you guys have anything else to say. Or I want to get to the bruh picks or ooh picks or whatever you want to do.
Okay. I don't have a bro pick just yet, but I have to shout out on the chat because Julia is making me laugh again. I looked down and it says, when Randall was screaming after that dunk, I had a flashback, a PTSD moment when he said F the fans. I was hesitant to clap. Like, is he trying to celebrate with us? I was too. I'm like, hold on, what happened? Is he happy? What?
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, wait. I think he's happy. He is happy. Yeah, he's happy. Yeah. And that's how I celebrated with him after I realized he was happy.
Yeah, that's too funny that though. I did hesitate a little bit too.
That's some Knicks fan PTSD if I ever heard some, yo. Yeah, man, it's like, oh, man. Yeah, you know what? Let's get to that. That's my ooh pick. How about that? That's my ooh pick.
Yeah, and I do have a bro pick as well. Well, a couple of bro picks after the ooh pick.
Yeah, you already know. No introduction needed. Guys are in the ooh pick, all right? Ooh pick is number 30, Julius Randle. Goes mano a mano versus your boy Barnes. Puts him in the poster. I guess it's the most deserved tech of the year. And I'll take that tech any day of the week. Let's go. Yeah.
Love it.
Bruh. And there he is looking pissed. Look at his face.
Yeah, we thought he was mad at us.
His thumbs down coming. Who's he screaming at? Oh shit! Oh, that's us.
He's hyped.
Okay, he's hyped. He's hyped. All right, it's all good. Everybody, he's happy. High five.
Facts.
All right, he's good. And then Tom Thibodeau puts him on the bench.
Bruh. Right, literally.
I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I understand Tom Thibodeau putting him on the bench at that point.
But I might have to give Tibbs bro pick, but taking out people during their streak, it don't matter who they are. As soon as they about to get hot, he like have a sat down next to me. No.
22 well. Yeah, he did that to a few people today.
RJ, yep.
He did that to RJ. He did it to Grimes. He did that to Randall. He did that a few times a day. For sure. Bruh. But we still ended up winning that game.
But you know, Ryan always got the bruh picks in the clip.
In
the holster.
Yep.
I need a gun. I need a gun cock. Sound effect.
He got it waiting in the holster.
Yeah, because Ryan got like 4 or 5 of them loaded.
Yep.
I got a bro pick. I'm not. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Okay. First bro pick goes to Wally Zerbiak. If you were listening to the game tonight, I know Randall was going off. I know my man was playing bully ball. He was in the post. He was dominating people. But my man had the nerve to compare Julius Randle to Hakeem Olajuwon. I was like,
Bruh.
whoa. Slow it down, Wally. Slow it down. I know Randle's dominating in the paint, but Hakeem Olajuwon is on a different level.
Bruh.
Now put them two in the same sentence, please. No, Wally. No.
Wally's Anthony MSG with a jump shot.
Knicks can do no wrong.
Unbelievable. Company man to the fullest.
Oh my god.
That baby got rose-colored glasses for every day of the week.
Yo, you roll for that, was it?
That wasn't even my bro pick.
My second bro pick goes to the New York Giants because look,
Oh man.
I'm a Giants fan. I love my Giants. I love when they win. But what the hell are you guys doing? You need a damn quarterback. Daniel Jones is not in. Lose out the damn season. You can get a good pick and we can get a good damn quarterback. What's wrong with you people?
Bruh.
Now you want to win?
You said they won? They won?
Yeah, they did win. They beat the Packers.
Oh, because they trying to say that what's his name? What's the quarterback name? He the next he gonna get us there.
Is this like when damn it.
It's giving me Rudy vibes.
No, remember when the Knicks was tanking and then we was playing against the 76ers? And what big man did we have that won the game for us in the last second? Dark skin.
That was the year for KP, right?
I think so. I forgot his name, yo. Did he have
Samuel
lines?
Dallenberg?
Huh?
Was it Samuel Dallenberg?
No, it wasn't Samuel Dallenberg.
Endor, what's his name?
Endor.
Am I saying his name right?
There you go. Endor.
Maurice.
Maurice
Yeah, there you
Endor.
go.
Yes, that's like when Maurice Endor hit the game winner that year with tanking. Yeah. Bruh. Woo. Thank you, Ebony. I was struggling.
Maurice Endor, former Knick great.
Yeah, former Knick great Maurice Endor.
According to Wally's every ad.
Him and Quincy AC.
Yeah, Quincy AC, another former Knick great.
Quincy AC, oh man.
Yeah. See, look how far we have come.
Yes. They walk so we can
Look
run,
how
right?
far.
They fell.
We can't afford no more,
They fell
right?
so we can crawl? Okay. All right.
There was no more fall. That was it. That was rock bottom. When they talk about rock bottom, that was it.
That was definitely rock bottom. Jeez, man.
Oh man. All right. Any more in the clip? What you got?
Nah, those are my two broad picks.
Okay.
So Lee can go because I know Lee got a broad.
So I mentioned arguing with bums this last week. I'm not going to name no names because it's a family show and we're not trying to do no smear campaigns. Ebony was right. There are some really uneducated Knicks fans out there that are women, and I was having a discussion with one about Tom Thibodeau. She wanted Tibbs fired. She called Tibbs a cancer. He's a villain. He's the penguin. Blah blah blah. And I was like, hey, who do you think should take over? Like, there's no one out there, in my opinion, that you fire him and you bring him back. And she said, there's someone out there that's smarter than him, that has a better playoff record than him. I was like, who? She's like, Jeff Van Gundy. I was like, do you know who Tibbs learned everything from? It's Jeff Van Gundy. It's his mentor, bro. The man hasn't coached in 16 years. And you want to dust him off the top and bring him back to MSG.
It's bad apples in every bunch.
Bro,
but I can't say that us women are very sensible on this social media when it comes to the sports debate.
There are definitely more dumb men out there, but I debate with on a daily basis. I was shocked that there was. I was like, oh man, none of these female Knick content creators or fans are that stupid. I was wrong. There's some very dumb. and the Jeff Van Gundy tape was like, Yao Ming's not in the NBA no more.
Jeff Van Gundy is with the ops right now, as they like to say.
He is.
Yeah, he is in the fake garden.
Yeah.
Being an advisor for them in the fake garden. in a little tea party.
Yep.
Tea garden.
The tea garden.
Tea garden.
The Boston tea garden. Yeah. I got none today.
What's that?
I just had a little pick today.
Oh, I got something. Maybe the Giants, they trying to make Rudy too. That's what it reminds me of. You remember that movie, Rudy, about the underdog? The guy that only played because somebody got hurt, and then he won the game.
Yeah.
Remember Rudy?
Yeah.
It was like, Rudy. Maybe that's what the Giants trying to do. Oh boy, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
What, Daniel Jones?
No, the guy, the quarterback that's that living in with his parents.
DeVito, the guy that's currently on the quarterback right now. Yeah.
He trying to do the Rudy story part 2.
I admit that I do love his celebration though, because he's Italian and then like he does the like I do love the celebration though. I ain't gonna front on that. I love the celebration.
Too funny. Oh man. All right. I think we talked about enough. It's the good, the bad, the bros. Jeff Van Gundy. We didn't mention OnlyFans today, so that's a good.
Nope. No, we're not.
No, that was it was in the chat though. So
it was in the chat.
That counts. That counts.
Oh, that counts.
I saw it. I saw it.
One day we'll go through a show without mentioning it. One day.
Manchow told me Mia Khalifa was in the stands. I was like, "Say what? She was?" He was trolling me, man. I hella excited.
Oh man. Yeah, you want to troll? Tell a Khalifa and Ice Spice are in the stands holding hands, and Khalifa's head will explode.
I just bought an Ice Spice puffer today. Puffer jacket.
Yo, at this point, the amount of times we make references to like anything related to OnlyFans, at this point, OnlyFans either gives us a sponsorship.
For real. For real.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Talk about OnlyFans. Come on, just come through.
Respectable.
Nick and Time spot. That would be funny as I don't know. Imagine that opening statement.
Oh my God, respectable program.
OnlyFans got money, man. They got money to burn.
Manscaped, OnlyFans. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's related, right? Manscaped and OnlyFans. It's like
Gamers Channel said, "Lee, you're about to get me in trouble." Shake my head. My girl just heard Mia Khalifa and asked me what I'm watching.
Man.
Don't doodle it. Don't doodle.
Oh God! All right.
That's too
All
funny.
right. All right. Cool.
Right, double back to everything. What you watching?
Yeah, learning too much on this program. Too much. All right, that is our show. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like and subscribe. We're here after every game talking Knicks basketball. And when is the next game?
Wednesday against the Jazz.
Yeah, Wednesday against the Jazz. We start our road trip now. The Jazz aren't, shouldn't be formidable.
Laurie versus Randle.
Oh yeah.
He's out?
I know he was out for a while.
Oh,
Is he out?
He was.
I know. They was talking. They love Jordan Clarkson.
Oh yeah. They've been holding him hostage for a minute. They're trying to get the most picks they can out of for him.
Walker Kessler's a very nice young center on that team. He's one of the best shot blockers in the NBA.
Oh, let me see what's up with this schedule. Knicks schedule. Yeah. We got the Jazz tomorrow. Oh wait, let's know because it's midnight. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, we got the Jazz tomorrow. You got the Jazz Wednesday, the Suns Friday. Woo! Yeah, that Suns game. You got to strap up for that game.
Lee might be right. Markkanen didn't play the last game against he didn't play the last game that the Jazz played. Markkanen's out.
Yeah,
they just said today Monday, right? I'm mad they confused me. I'm like, hold on, Monday. That's
confused me too.
They made it sound like it was because I get it. I get why they did that.
Oh, they hit it with a back-to-back. They hit us with the Suns on Friday.
They said,
and the Clippers on Saturday.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Dang. Now,
He said
Yo,
he a
then
Knicks
Silver
fan.
really
we got
do
the
hate us,
Lakers,
bro. Like, come on, son.
He
Like,
said he a Knicks
and then we got the
fan.
Lakers on Monday.
and then the Lakers on. We got 3 games in like 4. Oh my god.
But he a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
The
if
verdict
you don't
out.
gotta travel for that Clippers Lakers game, you just gotta sleep at the same
Yeah,
hotel.
true. Got just in LA.
Yeah, they said that this is his 8th absence today. It's 8th straight
Wow.
missed game.
Mm.
He has a hamstring strain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with this tough schedule coming up, that makes it even more important for the Knicks to win that game against the Jazz.
That's a
better
must win. We can't play around. We cannot
The
play
who,
around.
I
'cause
gotta watch out for the who's though.
It,
Yeah,
it gets crazy. It gets crazy because okay, we have the Nets, right? But after the Nets, we got back to back versus the Bucks.
Oh,
And then
Then we don't gotta
Suns-
see him no more though, right? Or it's one more time.
We played them 5 times this year, so in
Yeah, for
total.
real.
So it'll. I mean, because of
That's
the
it.
play-in tournament, we played the Bucks and the Celtics 5 times. So that Bucks loss hurt us more ways than one for sure. But yeah, we got the Bucks twice. So I feel like we played them
Yeah.
one more time because we played them twice.
Yeah, and then it's the Thunder, Magic, Pacers.
ooh,
Then Wolves.
wow.
So this is gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal.
Got faith. I got faith. I'm holding on to it.
We gotta get these Suns. We gotta smack up James Harden. We gotta deflate the Lakers. We gotta beat the Nets. We gotta beat the
And I think for that Suns game, Beal might be back because I think if I read correctly, I think Beal's supposed to be back like sometime
Tonight.
this week.
Today, I
So
think.
yeah.
I just think a lot of these teams are based on offense and stuff, like maybe a couple that can do both. Like, like Boston is one of the teams right now. Minnesota is one of those teams also who can score and play defense. I feel if we just do the little things good, great rather. I mean, take care of the ball, play disciplined defense, get the best available shots, not always the quickest or because it's coming from a certain player, but just the best available shot. I think we could hold it down until, Mitch, we're 100%. This is what a deep team gets you. You allow a little room for things like this, things of this nature. Like we were able to plug, Sims in. Not every team can do that the way and really have confidence about it. Well, some people did. I did have confidence that he would do a decent job.
Me too.
You don't need to do much in that starting unit because you're not getting the ball. So your thing is do the little things, box out, get the rebound, take care of your matchup, make sure help protect the rim, and I think he did all of those pretty well.
Yeah, like the thing with the Bucks, like 2 things like I said, I remember killed us. One was the overhelping in the paint, especially from Brunson. I felt like Brunson was too deep in the paint trying to recover back. And then stretch 5, the stretch 5 thing has been killing us. So having Sims there versus the Bucks with Brook Lopez might give us a different look. So I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how that works out for us. But our 3-point defense in general is extremely bad. And Randle can't, like I said, I got killed was saying Randle's defense was bad versus the Bucks game, even though he had like an out-of-body experience offensively. He has to, if he plays the level of defense he played today, then I'll be happy with that. But that's what we need versus the Bucks, to have a shot, because they can shoot.
They can't defend though.
Yeah, but they shoot and draw fouls. So
They shoot and drill fouls, and that's the thing. That was the battle of the wills. I remember we don't foul much. We play defense, and we don't put people on the line really that much. So it's like who was going to win that, and they did. And there was 2 teams. We're 2 teams, the Bucks, that don't rely a lot on assisting. There's not a lot of assist making going on their shot. So it was who was going to get the other people involved, and they did that too. So everything we were supposed to do, and they did. They even, had the same amount of offensive rebounds as we did, and they're not an offensive rebounding team.
I think there's one silver lining to Mitch being out, and it's Bucks. I like Sims on Bert Lopez better than Mitch. Bert Lopez gives Mitch fits because of his ability to stretch defense with his three-point shot. Sims, man, he's got the movement, especially laterally. I like him defending the three-point line, or at least being able to hedge out and recover on the three-point line more so than Mitch.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Tibbs put Sims on Giannis.
Cool with that too.
Yeah, and let Randle guard Brook if he gonna be out there on the perimeter.
It works on a switch too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. That's gonna be interesting to look at. Woo! We got a rough one coming. We got gonna be a happy New Year, man, and Merry Christmas. But shout out to No Stanley's in the chat. Shout out to you. I haven't seen you in a while. Shout out to Dripmore. Nick Yak is back. NBIC, everybody rocking with the show. Salute. Hit that like button on your way. About to end the show for real this time. And Keith Watkins. Anthony212, shout out to you too as well. All right, cool. But yeah, that is our show. Thank you guys for watching. I'm tired. I have to work. So you guys let me know. Yeah. Ebony, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me here every post game.
There you go.
And you can find me on Twitter at Mad Knick Fan, or X, whatever you want to call it now. And Mad Knick Fan every pregame for a space called Your Take Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And VSN, sometimes we have a present, past, and future show where we do about just NBA in general, our favorite team or player, things of that nature.
All right, so shout out to definitely check out all the shows that Ebony is a part of and support. All right, cool. All right, Lee, let them know where to find you.
I see you, Nick Yak. I appreciate that, brother. You definitely pissed me off with your dumbass comments last game, so I appreciate you showing some love in the chat. Right back at you. Mental illness is nothing to joke about. Book club time. I'm reading Springtime in Chernobyl by Emmanuel LePage. It is about the Chernobyl nuclear facility meltdown in the 80s. The author was living in the European bloc and dealt with the fallout, and then returned to Chernobyl 25 years later to document, as an illustrator, the people who were still living in the area. And this is a graphic novel about what he saw and found, and the people that he talked to who were living with the nuclear radiation fallout, and how their kids were affected by it, their drinking water was affected by it, their food and livestock were affected by it. Very important, great book about time, and not many people think about it anymore because it was so long ago, but could have destroyed the entire planet. Find me on Twitter at _Lee Estrobedo, or just search #bum, and you'll probably find a thread of me fighting with another Knicks fan.
Yes. Ryan G, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call that, Ryan G KOT. You can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
That's SIR. G is CHILLIN. And you see, people, this is why you need to get more people to come to watch the KOT show, because we talk about everything from Knicks basketball to OnlyFans to book reviews.
Here we go. Where but out there? Nowhere. Only at the
Let's
KOT.
go.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I joined IG. I don't know what I'm doing just yet, but I'm there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And Mad Knick Fan too. So yeah,
That's what's up.
That's that. So be patient with me while I figure out what I'm doing.
Welcome. All right. Hey, you know you can find us. Find us at the KOT Show on Twitter, the Knick of Time Show on Instagram, and the Knick of Time Show on Facebook as well. I don't have any book club recommendations for you guys this week or last week.
Leave that to me, Jay. I got us.
But Lee got you covered, all right? All right, Lee got you covered. All right, but that is our show. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back for next show. And as always,
shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
It's a mess out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That is the show. We are out of here.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.